Hello and welcome to my presentation. I'm Andrew Bennett, student 20403715, currently studying a Bachelor of Secondary Teaching remotely through Curtin Uni. For my current unit, Educators Inquiring About the World, we've been tasked with creating an inquiry-based project inspired by sustainability linked to myself and the community. After spending the past 15 years living in what was a new estate at the time, an area surrounded by low-lying wetlands inspired the statement, "The detrimental effect urban development has on growling grass frogs in Melbourne's north." The star of the project is the growling grass frog, or for those that still like to hang on to Latin, the curiously named Littoria raniformis. Every star needs a co-star. Roll in Merry Creek. The creek is a staple of the northern suburbs, starting north of Wallen, weaving itself 70 kilometres all the way to the Yarra River. Before we properly introduce the star, we need to remind you about the humble frog. There are over 220 species of frog in Australia alone. A frog starts out as one of 4,000 eggs, initially hatching as a tadpole, a fishy-looking thing with a tail, undergoing a process called metamorphosis, like a moth becoming a butterfly. After a process lasting anywhere from 2 to 15 months, emerging as a frog. Generally seen as cute, the growling grass frog has a look only a mother could love. Now onto the star of the show. The growling grass frog is found to inhabit vast areas of southern Australia, particularly most of Victoria and Tasmania. The growling grass frog was placed on the endangered list in 2013. However, as of 2020, has been reclassified as threatened. The ideal habitat is slow-moving or still water with a healthy covering of landside plants and rocks. A 2002 study and planning document titled Melbourne 2030 predicted an urban boundary finishing along Harvest Home Road in Epping's northern edge. Fast forward to 2020, the development has already made it as far as Wallen, some 30 kilometres further than anticipated in 2002 and nearly 10 years ahead of schedule. Now with a higher population density and a wider range of developers responsible for each parcel of land. It was evident very quickly that developers, the community, state and federal governments, along with local councils, have been working together on the sustainability, habitat prevention, and development of the growling grass frog. The guidelines including mandated construction and design for new wetlands. This includes the design implementation of new wetlands and the regeneration of existing creeks and streams. Examples shown here are from the Victorian government paper, Growling Grass Frog Habitat Design Standards. To further illustrate the extent the Victorian state government has developed sustainability initiatives for the growling grass frog, there are even standards for bridge and road design to ensure the frog habitat remains unbroken or interrupted as new developments spread further into Melbourne's north. The growling grass frog crossing design standards cover as an image of a bridge over Calcallo Creek in an estate running off Merry Creek, showing Melbourne's north has played a significant part in the planning. Some additional images in the document with Merry Creek as a focus. The Victorian Planning Authority is responsible for the strategic planning and design of Melbourne. The VPA developed an online community portal giving residents and community the opportunity to have a voice in the layout and design of new developments. The Olivine Community Hub was conceived and seen as a pioneer of collaborative sustainable developments in the community. We only have 4 minutes, so when you get a moment, copy the link and the video gives you one to invite to the project. To conclude, the inquiry explored the detrimental effect urban development has had on growling grass frogs in Melbourne's north. I argue it has had the opposite. It has become immediately evident that the guidelines released through local, state and federal government, along with the willingness of developers and community to build a sustainable growling grass frog habitat, have created a pathway for the growling grass frog numbers to increase. Of course, it can be argued development disrupts local habitats, but on the balance of the inquiry, the positive far outweighs the negative. Our star of the show has gone from endangered to threatened. The work of key stakeholders has contributed to this. And for the co-star, hundreds of little makeovers along the way, leading Merry Creek to becoming one of the most sustained waterways in Melbourne. While the frog is not out of danger, collaboration of key stakeholders on all sides and the willingness of the community to promote sustainability is giving the growling grass frog a bright shot at the future.